These holes allow drainage of fluid as we bathe him. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. So next, even though he's sitting in urine, he's about to be shampooed and cleaned, and the urine will be rinsed off his body and will be clean. So it's okay. So first I'll spray the loose urine off the bottom, wet his body, get ready for the shampoo. Always make sure the temperature is okay. It tends to change when you're in a house using a faucet system. I have to lift his tail for him and clean his rectum. Okay, and this point here, I've switched to shampoo. And we have the ability to wash his whole body, get all that urine off. Clean his legs, his feet, areas that he's never going to pay attention to anymore because he's paralyzed. We have to clean his penis very well because that's where he'll get bladder infections if that's not clean. Again, my temperature is slowly changed. So you always want to keep testing the temperature of the water. He can't feel it, he's not going to complain. So you have to feel it for him. Now that he's shampooed, I switch the sprayer to rinse, and we'll rinse his body. Now I shampoo his whole body every day, every time, but not his face, and not his ears, and not his head. You want this to be comforting, relaxing for your animal, not traumatizing every single time you do it. Again, lift his body and spray off all that soap. You don't want him to have allergies or dry skin. You've got to rinse him clean thoroughly. Or her. Okay. Here's a little bit of the fun part, getting all these studs out and rinsing them out these little holes. I tip one edge of the kennel, and that allows the water to at least run where I want it to go. Get all these studs out. This shampoo is helping to clean the kennel, but we're still going to use the disinfectant spray. All the studs are gone. Want to double check that everything is rinsed, his whole body. Again, double check you've got no soap residue on his penis. You have to pull the skin back off of his penis and clean it. It's a pretty quick step. Now, good boy. Now his kennel has water in it, so we want to drain all of the water out of his kennel by lifting the edge and watching the water run out of the holes. Luckily, he's not eating as much because he's not exercising and running around. He doesn't eat as often, and he's lost a little bit of weight in his back end from muscle atrophy, so he's not as heavy as he used to be. So it's a little easier to handle. Okay, I'm going to get all the loose water out of the kennel because I'm going to use a towel to dry him first in the kennel, and then after drying him in the kennel, I will dry him the rest of the way on the floor. Okay, drying him in the kennel, we use these dollar towels we bought at the dollar store. I'm going to get him initially dry. And we don't worry about touching the kennel because it's been shampooed along with him. And all the loose water's out, so I'm not getting my towel too wet. Okay, we'll get him initially dry because we're going to put him on an absorbent pad next. And we don't want to just fill that with bath water. Okay, we will use this towel again during the rest of our procedure with him. Dry the kennel, dry him, get all the loose water out, because the next step would be to disinfect the kennel. Even though it's been shampooed, we'd like to keep it doubly disinfected. In lifting him, this is one of the harder parts. In lifting him, it's like doing a bicep curl. You're going to reach under the front of his body, between his front two legs, and you're going to support his tail with this towel in case he were to have an accident while lifting him, which he shouldn't, since there was poop in his diaper. He's probably not going to need to go to the bathroom again for that, especially since he eats in the evening, he doesn't eat in the morning. Usually the more you feed, the more they go to the bathroom with poop. And usually if you keep a cycle of feeding exactly the same, you'll get the same cycle of poop in the diaper. Unless he gets nervous going to the vet or something, then they'll sometimes go again. So now that he's dry, I'm going to lift him up out of the kennel and then place him on the floor and then readjust the camera. Here you go, buddy. Support under his body, bring him close to you, hug him, cover his bottom.